Hi everybody, it's Honest John. Now, conservatives say they really want to end the deficit. Of course, there's no indication that they actually do want to end the deficit or reduce it. They are certainly not willing to do the things that will really help end the deficit. Matter of fact, when they were in power, they ran up the deficit at an incredible rate. Now, if you really want to get rid of the deficit, you're going to raise the tax rates on the rich by a lot more than what we did this last go around. And you're going to get rid of loopholes and tax breaks and corporate welfare. But no, they say we can get the money from the poor. We can get the money from social programs. We got to cut those programs. But you know, all of the money that's spent on social programs that help the middle class and the poor is nothing compared to the tax breaks that waste money giving it to rich people and corporate welfare. It's nowhere near as much. But if you want to cut the amount of help you give to the poor, one thing you can do is you can raise the minimum wage. The minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. And if you work on a job that makes tips, it's like $2.13 an hour. Now, if you make $7.25 an hour and you're just an individual, you're dirt poor. You're living way below the poverty line. If you've got a family, you're totally screwed. But conservatives want to take what little help the government gives you and take that away from you. So why not raise the minimum wage? Well, conservatives go, no, we care about the poor, and that would there'd be less jobs for the poor if we raise the minimum wage. Well, here's a fact: some jobs need to be done, and they don't pay very much. And if you make people pay more to have them done, they're still going to need to be done. Raising the amount of money doesn't make those jobs any less necessary. So, now, one of the things that we know is that the conservative argument that giving money to the rich will make us all better off. It's been proven to be false. And we've raised the minimum wage before, and it's never had any effect on employment. So that's another argument that has been proven to be false. Unfortunately, there are still plenty of people around who believe that stupid shit. Raising the minimum wage actually would be a real benefit to the economy, because if you give money to the poor and the middle class, they spend it. It goes to them and it flows out into the economy. You give money to rich people and it goes into a Swiss bank and doesn't do anybody any good. But unfortunately, there are still enough stupid people that we're going to have conservatives in office for a while, blocking all the things that need to be done to make the economy grow. They're upset because they're not in power anymore, and so they're doing everything they can to sabotage the economy, which is why they talk about jobs, but they have blocked every jobs bill. So we need to raise the minimum wage. And not only raise it, but we need to index it to inflation so that it will automatically rise with inflation. Instead, what we've done before when we've raised the minimum wage is we've just raised the minimum wage and left it at that. And so 10 years later, it isn't anything. $7.25 an hour? That's ridiculous. Another thing that would happen if we indexed the minimum wage to inflation is that we wouldn't have to fight with conservatives every 10 years in order to make sure the working poor have barely enough to live on. Thanks for listening.